Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm so sick of sitting inside my house I had to come out and try to finish up a video. As you can see, we got these awesome bed lights in our truck, and today I'm going to show you guys how we installed those. I did it a little differently than what you'll find on f150leds.com. We added a switch in the bed. I ran a wire from the front to the switch. I don't really get into that just because it's not how they show you to install these. But basically I ran a fused wire from the very front, from the battery to the back of the switch. And then we'll go from there. I'll show you how we put this together. Don't forget to visit f150leds.com. You can get the lights for the bed. They make all kinds of lights. We've got the running board lights now. We've got the headlight bulbs. They're all amazing, all super bright, and I've been really happy with it. Be sure to visit their site for any of your Ford truck LED lighting needs. And when you go there, be sure to use the coupon code BYOAdventure and you'll get 10% off your order. So let's get unboxing and install these things. Very neatly packed again. Alcohol prep wipes. Here are your instructions on what wires to connect to. More adhesive. Very nice amount. I have a ton left over from my running board kit, so I could use that, save this for something, or maybe I'll just use it. The nozzle. We have our splice connectors, and then the LEDs. I'm very curious to see how long they are, or if they're separated or anything like that. Yeah, they're separated. Awesome. Good, good, good. So you have looks like 3 different sections of LEDs. That'll be really nice, so we can space them out. I have an 8-foot bed, so I was kind of wondering how this is going to work with that, but it looks like you can just space them out as needed. So just like the running board lights, you have a positive and a negative lead, and then another set for the other side. All right, let's get to installing these things on the truck. Don't know if you can see this, but there's a gap. I'm at the very back of the bed. But there's a gap right up here, and I just ran the wires right over the top of that, and they're going to run straight down underneath the truck. Power wires for each LED strip need to be connected together, and then from that connection a wire needs to run to this side of the switch. Then my 12-volt constant will go on this side, and then I'm going to mount it right there, right in this. Pretty sure this is where the factory switch goes. So we're just going to put it right in there. Won't really be able to see it. It's dark. I don't think it has a this one doesn't have an LED on it or anything, so it's going to blend right in, which is how I like it. So you can just reach in here and press it and turn the lights on, and press it and turn them off. So let's get some wiring run. Alright, wires are connected. Let's see if this thing works. Nice. Man, those are bright. Okay, now I just need to start getting them glued up here. I'm going to do the first 2 sections. One under here, the next one under the next section. And then I'm going to extend the last section out to go all the way down towards the end. I'll do the same thing for this side, and then we'll see what it looks like. So one of the hardest parts of making YouTube videos is slowing down long enough to film what you're doing, and I failed to do that when I installed these bed lights, so I'm going to take a second to show you how you install them. This is a cheap LED that I had for some hobby making things for my daughter. Anyway, you're basically it has a sticky side on it. The F-150 LEDs also do. You basically peel this off, and then you take your sealant that they sent, and you're going to put a small bead on the LED strip, and you're going to do that all the way down. Then you're going to hold the LED up underneath the bed cap, and you're going to hold it there for a minute or two. Stay tuned for a few more instructions on that. I had a little bit of an issue with the bed liner, but I'm going to give you some helpful tips. So sorry for forgetting to film this, but that's really all there is to it. It's very easy. Now that everything's in, just going to go through a few things that I had trouble with trying to hide the wires. So as you can see, they don't really slide up here. And I think a lot of that has to do with the bed liner being sprayed in. I believe there's normally a gap here. There is a gap behind this cap piece, but I still felt like you could see them. So I'm thinking of maybe coming back in with a marker or something else. I got to do a little better job of hiding the wires. I used a piece of double-sided tape, which you may be able to see a little bit there. Yeah. I need to push this all up higher just to hide the wires a little better, make it a little more clean. One other thing, I think the bed liner caused some issues with sticking. With the running board lights, you were sticking directly to the paint, and it was a little easier, and they would stick faster. Like, it didn't take as long. I could hold it up there for a couple minutes, and then they were good. With the bed liner, for some reason, which I guess that's the point of the bed liner, is to kind of fight off things sticking to it. It was a little harder to get these to stick. I did come up with a solution. Took a 1x2 piece of wood, and it would fit perfectly underneath and lock behind a little plastic fastener that holds the bed cap on. It would slide in there, and I had a few pieces that were cut to the right length, and I just kind of left them overnight, let it sit there. That really helped me out. The first couple I tried to hold up there for a couple minutes, and eventually they would fall down. So that was getting a little annoying, but I think the bed liner that was the bed liner just kind of repelling that sealant. Once they stayed there for 24 hours, no problem. Overall, they worked amazing. We went on our first trip with these installed, with all the lights installed. They make a huge difference. We were boondocking for the weekend, so you got to have lights to see anything and do anything, because you got nothing out there. We kept generators in here. I'll throw a picture up of that. It was really helpful to have these lights in here when you're going to fill up the generators at night. You couldn't quite see down below, into the fuel nozzle, but you could get around the truck without tripping over everything. I could look at the gauge and all on the generator with these lights. It was nice. We kept firewood in here. You didn't have to guess where it was at. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're wondering about this big mark on my head, stay tuned for the next video. And I'll talk about a safety concern we had on our trip, and a component that we put on our cargo trailer that failed. So appreciate you guys watching. Again, check out F150LEDs.com. They have all kinds of awesome stuff for your truck, as long as you drive a Ford, and you should. Be sure to use the discount code BYOAdventure and get 10% off your order. And we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.